So, in Black Myth Wukong, there are a lot of secrets, and in this video, we're going to be going through exactly how you can get your hands on the Weaver's Needle vessel. So, starting in Chapter 4, the whole thing takes place in Chapter 4. What you are going to do is travel to the Webbed Hollow, and you are going to go to the Pool of Shattered Jade. Then, from here, what we are going to do is run up through all of these cocoons. I'm going to cloud step just to get through them all. And then, when you come out the other side, you are going to have a gigantic cocoon. And this is going to trigger a boss fight. So what we need to do is take down this boss. So at first, the cocoon is not going to do anything, but once you deal enough damage, it's going to basically go into the actual boss fight phase. So after defeating the boss, you'll get a brief cutscene. The boss doesn't have a lot of health or anything like that. But now what we're going to do is go back to the shrine. And back at the shrine, we are going to travel to the Webbed Hollow, but we're going to go to the Temple of Yellow Flowers and to the Court of Illumination, which is right at the end of Chapter 4. So when we arrive at the Court of Illumination, what we're going to do is head through this arch here, and we're going to go through that gap in the wall back there, basically that doorway, gate, whatever you want to call it. And when we come through here, we're going to follow this around. We're going to come up these stairs to the left-hand side. And we're basically going to follow this path. So coming around to the right, come up these stairs in between these two pillars. And when we get to the top of this hill, what we're going to do is keep following the path round to the left and come up the stairs. Then at the top of the stairs, what we're going to do is come round to the left again. And we are going to follow this path down into this arena. And we are going to fight another boss. And after taking down the boss, the exact same one we originally fought, you're going to get a gold tree core. It's the Venom Daoist. What we're going to be able to do is we are going to interact with the map thing on the wall, the picture on the wall. And what that's going to do is lead us into the secret area. Now with that boss fight, be careful, don't get too ahead of yourself. It's a two-phase boss fight. So you don't want to use all of your mana and everything in the first phase. So when you have interacted with the wall and you've gone through the loading screen, you are going to be in this area. So what we're going to do is we are going to follow this path. We're going to come round to the left-hand side. It's going to let you know you are in Purple Cloud Mountain. And we're going to keep following the exact same path. And when we get up here, there's going to be a snake in a tree. And after you've spoken to the snake, she's basically going to tell you there's venomous Yaoguais up ahead. So what we're going to do is cross over this bridge. And when we get to the other side of it, we are going to just follow this path. And stick with it all the way around. And when we get to the right-hand side over here, there is going to be our first shrine. So if we interact with this shrine, this place, when we have put the incense in, this is called the Valley of Blooms, in the secret area known as Purple Cloud Mountain. And from the Valley of Blooms, we're going to come across this bridge, and we're going to follow the path again. So we'll come round to the left-hand side, and we are going to keep following it, ignoring all the enemies and everything. And we're going to head through this archway up here. And when we do get through there, providing we don't take damage, behind these enemies over here, there is another shrine. So what we're going to do is rest here. I did have to take the two enemies out that were very close by, but this is called Petal Fall Hamlet. And then from Petal Fall Hamlet, what we are going to do is we are going to follow this path and go across the bridge. Then after the bridge, turn left and come up the stairs, keep following the path. Go straight ahead up through this arch and get to the top of the stairs the other side. Then what we are going to do is come round to the left-hand side and follow this around to the right. Go across this little bridge that's up here and then do an immediate right again. Then basically follow this, keep going along, and you want to head to the left, and there is going to be another shrine. So we're going to interact with this one, and this is where you want to put on all of your poison resistances and everything like that. And this is called Cloud Nest Peak. So what we're going to do from this shrine is we are going to head up these stairs. And when we get to the top, this is going to be the final boss. So if we come up through this archway, we get into the arena. This is the Duskveil boss. We're going to take this guy down. And again, with the Duskveil, make sure you are careful. It is a two-phase boss fight. And after you've defeated the boss, you have gone through the cutscene and everything, you'll be brought back out of the area, you are going to receive the Weaver's Needle. On top of that, you are going to get a Kun Steel, you'll also get the Duskveil's Horn, you'll get 2 Gold Tree Cores, and you'll even get a Mind Core, as well as a double-combed Rooster Blood Drink and Soak. So looking at Weaver's Needle, upon activation it relentlessly homes in on and attacks the enemy. It's highly effective against specific enemies, and when you have it equipped it slightly increases your crit hit chance and crit damage. And if you put the soak into your gourd, using the gourd while in poisoned state removes the poisoned state and moderately increases your movement speed and your crit chance. Then if you go to a shrine and go to craft armor, you are going to see a new chest piece which is called the Venomous Sting Insect Armor. And what it does, the unique effect on it, it considerably increases the damage dealt by all poison inflicting attacks. And when you wear 2 pieces of the set upon taking medicine, it grants considerable focus, and the 4-piece is moderately increasing the duration of all medicinal effects. And this part you actually need to be careful with, because you'll see that you need to have a death stinger. Basically, during that boss fight with the Duskveil, there is another boss that comes out called the Scorpion Lord, and he fights against the Duskveil. If you do what I did, and you sit back and let the Scorpion Lord fight the Duskveil, then when the Duskveil is taken down, you'll be in the second phase against just the Duskveil, and then you complete that boss fight, so on and so forth. However, in order to get your hands on the Death Stinger, you need to defeat the Scorpion Lord before the Duskveil. So if you want to craft this item, like this chest piece, without going through to New Game Plus, you have to take down the Scorpion Lord first. Otherwise, you will lock yourself out of it. That's the only way to get your hands on it. So just be careful when it comes to crafting the armor. So that was exactly how to get your hands on the Weaver's Needle vessel in Black Myth Wukong. And what we are going to do is leave that video there. Let me know your thoughts and stuff about this game in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it helped you out. Thank you for watching.